This week's videos are sponsored by Prizepicks, the easy-to-use fantasy sports betting app. More on them in just a bit.
All right, full disclaimer, there's going to be 2 sets of reactions. This is the gamer's reaction, where it is now coming out, as you see here, Sunday, right when the episode ends, and tomorrow we have the blind reaction. That's going to be Tara, John, and Roxy. And this reaction, there's going to be spoilers. We go over everything. We don't hold back. So if you don't want to know anything, click away from this video. If you don't care, stay with us. With that being said, citizens of the Reject Nation, we are back. We got episode 3 of season 2 of The Last of Us. As we do always, we check in with our feelings. We're gonna really need to check in after that last episode. Craig, let's go with you. How are you feeling, buddy?
I'm feeling good right now. Might be a little bit, yeah, sure. I'm a little bit tired, but I'm also very much looking forward to seeing how this show is able to hold its own after it's a different prospect when you lose your leading superstar. I'm just really looking forward to seeing what they end up doing, and I could use an emotional show right now. How are you, Aaron?
I'm okay. After last week, it was a little hard. The second time reliving it, or I guess the third time, the first time for television. But yeah, I'm generally doing good. You know, I'm dog sitting. My birthday just happened as a time of recording this. Feeling good. Feeling 30. I'm sad and looking forward to seeing how this story unfolds and continues to make us sad. And maybe they change some stuff along the way that makes us happy. Who knows? Yeah. But overall, doing all right. How are you doing, man?
I wish I could see Gail right now. If only I had some buds and some stems, you know? But Catherine O'Hara is not available, so I'll just stick it out with you guys. But how am I doing? If only I could answer this in so many ways. I've been up since 5:30 in the morning. I had to take my father to the airport. He's off to Jazz Fest. If you see him, go say hi. I said hello as well. And then I had to take his car to the body shop right after that. So I've been up all day. I'm extremely tired. And also, I've been having some sleep issues. That's a health issue I will not get into on here. So I'm a little bit depressed and sad right now, but yeah, let's I think a show right now where our lead character that we are in love with has exited. It should get me in a good mood right now. But no, seriously, I love The Last of Us. I'm excited to see what we have here. So I'm excited to escape into this with my 2 boys here and with you guys. So yeah, having said all that, make sure if you are watching this on YouTube, you do all the YouTube stuff. Hit that like button. That way you let us know you are enjoying what you're watching. Subscribe. Hit that share.
Don't forget to ring the bell.
I was gonna get to that.
You get notified.
Thank you for beating me to it. Yeah, that way you're notified whenever we drop episodes and videos such as these. You don't miss out on them. Also, full-length reaction where you sync up with your own copy. It's where you get to watch the whole thing with Greg, Aaron, and myself. It's a good time over there. We all get to get scared and embrace our emotions. It's a lot of fun. Over on our Patreon page, also Greg and John exclusively cover many other TV shows and highlights over there. And also, too, if you are a Patreon member, you get discounts on all the shirts, which you can get on rejectnationshop.com. So make sure you take advantage of that. We got some really cool stuff. We got some great stuff. We got some She-Jack gear as well.
We launched the new Last of Us t-shirt, the de-evolution one. Thank you to everyone who bought one. Thank you so much. Please tag us on social media, by the way. Please, if you take a photo, it makes us happy. So please tag us.
Guys, anything else before we get into this?
No, let's get sad.
All right, episode 3, season 2, commence.
Fire crackle. Aftermath.
After Jackson.
Wow.
Bella Jackson. Yeah.
What a great opening shot.
Yeah.
Oh, with the Last of Us music.
And I see fire inside the mountain.
Look at that.
I see fire burning the trees. If you understand that reference, let us know in the comments.
Oh, where's your watch?
Oh, it's in the car. I was rushing. Oh, who's that? Oh my God. I have chills right now.
This flame feels like foreshadowing of Seraphites.
I could totally see that.
Good point.
100%.
Wow, it looks so much like him there.
Yeah, 100%.
I've never looked more like brothers than now.
Wow. Wow, we never really get to see this before. Tommy actually mourning. Oh. Just a reminder of the worst day ever, man.
Give Sarah my love.
Oh. Yeah, you could tell he thought of her when he saw the watch.
Yeah.
I feel so hollow right now.
I feel so sad.
Such a dreary opening.
He's only one of many.
Oh, wow. We didn't get this before.
Oh, yeah. I'm assuming frostbite because they just kicked her, right?
You're in the hospital.
Maybe they kicked her
Or is
pretty
this
hard.
just a dream?
Oh, no. An instant tear.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
really driving home the parallel between her and Abby now with that.
Traumatized.
Yeah.
Waking up in a hospital, seeing her dad.
Remember, too, Joel saved her in a hospital.
Oh, it took Pedro's name out of it.
Yo, damn it. Yeah, he's not but what's interesting is we know that he's still going to appear as we saw it in the
Flashbacks, yeah.
flashbacks. Yeah. But I guess he's a guest star now.
No, we don't know that. Let's forget we know that.
Well, no, I'm just if you're based off the game is what I'm saying.
I know, but you gotta live in the moment.
In the game, the only time you see her have a PTSD flashback like that where she's blinded by it is at the end in the barn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she's holding the baby. Yeah.
Or she's got JJ.
Oh, is it gonna be one? Oh, no.
Don't do that.
My heart.
I feel like you're kind of messing with the audience at this point.
100%, man. Ugh.
Oh, rebuilding. And your greatest contractor, builder, is gone now, too.
3
3 months later. Oh.
At least they didn't go the MCU route, 5 years, right?
I mean, they kind of did.
I meant the second time around.
Yeah.
Ace Hardware.
Oh, putting it back together. That's interesting. We didn't get that time distinction before. And his hair is longer, closer to what it was in the game.
Oh, yeah. True. I was thinking that about his hair the first time we saw him, so that's a good point.
Pain, scale of 1 to 10.
Nothing. So can I just...
Almost. I just need you to see one more person, then you're good to go.
Hospitalized this whole time. She gonna see a therapist now?
Gail, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, it is
Yes.
Gail. Wow.
Eesh.
Psych evaluation.
How are you doing?
Fine.
If you say it that fast, it kind of implies you're not.
Yeah, I miss him. Upset and sad.
But I was actually wondering about New Year's Eve. Was that the last time you spoke to him?
In the audience perspective, yeah.
Yeah. I got home, he was on the porch, and I should have talked to him, but I didn't.
Oh.
She's lying.
Your final moment with someone doesn't define your whole time with them.
But it often does. In my last moment with Joel, he said he wronged you.
Oh.
Maybe bad.
I love the fact that we have a character like this because we don't get this.
He said, I saved her.
He saved me a lot of times.
Oh.
Yeah, I would think so, but that's not wronging someone.
Took her agency.
No idea what he meant. I don't feel wronged. Man, I wish I could have let him off the hook for whatever it was he was talking about. I guess I'll have to let myself off the hook for that.
She's still protecting him.
Yeah.
Well, you really are doing good. Everyone were as healthy as you.
She knows how to tell the story that she needs to hear. That's the thing with therapy. You can bullshit a therapist. Watch that expression change.
God, I love all the music that they're including.
Ooh.
There's the expression. Damn.
Yeah. Oh, that transition in her
that
face.
rage. You can
Wow.
feel
The
the
darkness.
I just got chills. Bella
Right into
Ramsey
the
is so
darkness.
good.
Damn,
Yeah,
that was-
from the light to the dark. Oh, and all the flowers. Oh, man.
Didn't they do this in the game?
Yeah, they did, but it was
Yeah.
in the snow. And Dina went with her.
It's wild how much a hairstyle can change. She looks older to me already, just with her hair down.
Feels so empty in the house and empty in her heart.
Oh, yeah. Sally Ride.
There's probably so many Easter eggs in here.
That's right, because she took the bed to the garage. Didn't want to be in the house with them anymore.
Oh,
Oh,
the gun.
wow. That's great. A great little detail.
just chills out there, able to recreate this. Same exact music cue too.
Let's go get him, Ellie.
I got a mission.
Even though it's gonna, even though this is about to get a lot more emotionally complicated for the audience, but right now, let's go get him. Oh, with the jacket! No, don't do this to me, show. Damn you, Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann. Sniff it, come on. Oh,
She's doing a hell of a job right here.
yeah, man.
That is so hard.
Yeah.
Man, the grieving you would do in private.
Yeah. Damn. That was really, really well done.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Can't let anybody see it. Yeah.
So it's just how the game starts off so cold in the beginning. You don't get a lot of this emotional breakdown stuff till way later.
Yeah.
Kind of inversing it.
I went to the hospital when they let you out. 30 minutes ago.
She's in there for 3 months. Crazy.
I never said thank you for all those times she came to visit.
Oh.
I made you cookies. Oh, just 'cause?
Hope there's no flour in them.
This is a peace offering because I'm about to make you angry.
Oh?
In the hospital, when you asked me about that day,
Oh, she lied.
I told you I didn't learn anything useful.
Learned a name.
Well, she saw the WLF.
I know most of their names. And I know where they're from. The doctors told me not to upset you. I don't give a fuck. And I knew that if I told you where they were, you'd just start pulling your tubes out and crawling on your hands and knees to get there.
I don't give a
that's fair.
fuck. You cost us time.
Ooh.
You let them get away.
I'd be pretty pissed too if I was Ellie.
If you want to find someone, and the only thing you know about them is where they're going to end up,
That's a good point.
maybe let them get there.
Using logic over emotions right
A
now.
lot hotter, Dina.
I loved him too, you know.
And they showed that, yeah. Which makes it a lot more believable in here.
It's interesting. It's starting off so slow versus like, let's ramp to revenge.
The dark-haired guy was Manny. The other guy was Owen.
One of them's named Nora. The girl with the braid.
Abby.
Abby.
They learn their names in the game through the photographs.
I saw a patch on a backpack. Yellow triangle, wolf's head, and the letters WLF. The Washington Liberation Front.
Okay.
That's
This is
how like proactive Dina is. Damn.
Who else knows?
Just us. I wasn't going to tell anyone before you.
you can tell Tommy?
Well,
I gotta think about this.
think about what? Let's fucking get these guys.
Oh, he told him straight away.
The town is still recovering. So are you.
If it had been you, Joel would be halfway to Seattle before the sun came up.
He'd be halfway to Seattle to save my life. But when we lost people, no. It would just break him like it was his fault. I saw that time and time again, and don't talk to me like I didn't know him. He was my brother.
Like this conflict, the tension with them.
I'm not saying you shouldn't do this, but if we're gonna put a posse together, we gotta do it right. She's gonna want a council meeting, open it up to the town. Everyone who wants to get heard gets heard.
All this deliberation.
But you'll back us, right?
Of course I will.
Yeah, with the town as vulnerable it is now, I don't. Ugh.
You think he's tricking her? Or he's just going to go off like he did in the game? Or do you think this is sincere?
I think it's sincere.
Ellie, buried our dead 10 miles south of town. If you want to visit them.
Yeah, 10 miles?
Wanted to run our way to Seattle.
Ooh,
I wonder why so far.
yeah. Maybe it's.
For the cordyceps, maybe?
Yeah, who knows? I don't.
Oh.
Oh, we're going back to Abby's perspective.
Is that what we are? Or?
Because there's no way we'd already be
Oh,
able to.
Seraphites!
Oh, interesting.
Don't call them skies.
Oh, they must be looking for Lev right now.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
You think that's really what it is?
Maybe.
Or we're going to see the origin.
Oh, I like that. I hope so.
Well,
No one falling, all clear.
good. Once we get resettled, I'll teach you to whistle.
Humanizing the Seraphites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't you tell me where we're going?
Because we don't know yet.
Also, seeing their scars in live action hits harder.
I told you the reason we're going.
Why can't she just keep us safe?
The prophet?
Mmm.
She's been dead 10 years, Constance. I wouldn't count on her to
You
help.
gonna see that?
Oh, I hope so.
Ezra said the prophet is eternal.
Prophet isn't magic. They're just people that see truths hidden from others and share that truth no matter what the cost.
This guy feels like David.
I could see that.
Then Can I have a hammer?
When you're worthy.
All right.
Oh.
You feel safer?
Clip her wings.
Understand what we're giving you now. Keep you far, far safer than a hammer. Distance.
From home.
From war.
Wonder if we're going to see the initiation of someone getting the scars.
You know, in the game, they looked like
Oh, that's a warning.
they looked all Asian or ethnic. These guys are like mainly Caucasian.
Demons?
Yeah, we know. Oh, wolves.
Wolves, yeah.
They fight two
Wow,
battles.
they're really messing with perspectives here.
Come on. Harder. Harder. Let's go.
I really enjoy this lead up.
There it is. Okay, done for the day.
She still feels like a kid, man.
So, heard you're on the council now.
Oh.
So you know about the meeting coming up. Can I count on you?
Wow. It does make the choice feel a lot more alone.
Can't discuss upcoming votes.
Dude, you were there.
I know that too. Gotta go.
If the town wasn't attacked, it'd be more of a unanimous decision.
Definitely.
Organize your thoughts, write them down, and then read them out loud tomorrow.
Like you guys.
Next is Rachel.
So many of us.
Love how much more involved the community is.
I said that Joel meant so much to so many of us, but he wasn't the only one. I lost my sister that day. A lot of people in here buried family. And now you want to send, what, you're saying 16 of our best?
Ooh.
That's a lot.
Well, while they're gone, who's going to be on the wall if raiders come?
This is a really good debate.
So my heart is with you, Tommy and Ellie. We are too hurt, and it is too soon.
That's understandable.
People came, killed Joel, so why wouldn't we want to take our vengeance? Because we're not supposed to.
I think this actor was in Smallville.
Forgive and be forgiven.
That is the theme.
No grudges, no revenge.
She's like, screw that.
That's what separates us from the raiders and the murderers, our capacity for mercy. Those sons of bitches don't deserve our mercy.
Oh, they're aligned.
This is great.
To hell with you for saying it, Carlisle.
Seth, sit down.
Damn,
No,
Seth gets a
no,
lot
no,
more
no.
of a presence.
What
in
the
this.
hell are we all talking about?
What a fun switcheroo.
I love this.
They came into our house. They took one of ours. Somebody shoots your brother. You want to take the locks off your doors? You idiots.
Damn, that's why they cast him.
They'll come back because we didn't make them pay. And when they come back, they'll be laughing.
He's a great actor, Robert John Burke.
You'll all deserve it.
Ooh.
Great exploration of this.
Goddamn victims.
She never thought they would be on the same page.
That's wild. She gonna take those sandwiches now.
I know what I'm asking is a lot. I'm asking us to risk more people and resources. It's not because I want revenge.
Yes, it is.
What I want is what you used to give people. I want justice.
It's not justice, it's
You get
vengeance.
clouded, man.
Yeah, revenge disguises justice.
Well, I don't think that we're strangers to each other. And I want to know that I can count on you. And I swear, if someone hurts any of you or the people you love, you can count on me.
I believe that.
Not potluck dinners or New Year's Eve dances. Definitely not a wall, because that thing got busted through. But Jackson is still here.
Jackson's strong. She's making a convincing argument.
I'll accept whatever the council decides, but I am asking you, please, do what it takes to see that justice is done.
This whole episode, she's pitching a lot of things that are what she thinks people need to hear or want her to say.
Right.
Not really what's underneath.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
The council will now vote on the proposal to send a party of 16 citizens to Seattle to find the people who killed Joel and execute them.
for sure getting voted down.
8 sounds fine to me.
Yes. No. Yes.
3-2 for no.
No. No. Yes. No.
4-3 no.
No.
5-3 no.
No.
6-3 no.
No.
7-3 no.
Oof.
No.
8-3 no.
Dang. Nah, screw them. Let's get it.
The proposal is rejected.
You tried.
She's like, I did this in a very nice approach. Not doing this.
Now we riding out. We ride it dawn, as Tara says.
This was a very logical approach I took. Not happen.
They really tried everything, though.
I spotted you in the crowd at the meeting today, and I thought to myself, she's probably been extra busy these last few weeks.
I'm supposed to see a shrink myself, to process it all. I'm the only one here.
I'm nervous she's gonna do something stupid.
What, you didn't believe her speech?
Did you?
Of course not. She's a liar.
Sees right through the BS.
It was maybe one person she told the truth to, and he's
dead.
10 miles away and 6 feet under.
She also lies to herself, though.
I just don't want her to go down the same paths that Joel did. All he was really doing was lashing out.
So you think she might have learned that behavior from him? Turns out nurture can only do this much.
Yeah, they fed each other.
If she's on a path, it's not one that Joel put her on.
They attracted each other.
No, I think they were walking side by side from the very start.
There you go, exactly.
Yep. You saw that violent nature in her even from season 1. She's picking at the infected.
Some people just can't be saved.
You can't change everyone.
Oh, modding it. Giving it more ammo, add the damage. That's what I always do first.
Oh, she got her outfit.
Yeah, I was going to say she has that fit already.
Yeah, she got her outfit.
She doesn't get that till a little later. I think that's like Saddle Day 2 or 3.
Yeah, but what? She's got to cut her hair a little bit, right?
Who is it?
Dina.
I'm just going to bed.
No, I don't think that is where you're going.
Get in. What's your plan? Go to Seattle and kill Abby. What route? Northwest? And is that all guns? Or do you have medical supplies in there? No? Better not land weird on an ankle or get a fever on your well-charted path.
This is the human world, not the game.
Once we're out, we'll follow the Snake River Canyon, then break off through the Snoqualmie Pass.
Snoqualmie?
Snoqualmie. Provisions. Travel light but smart. Winter coats for beds, jackets for blankets, first aid kits, batteries, bear spray.
It's my menu.
Is that Joel's? That's what you're good at killing.
Fucking right.
Really? Shoot your damn ass off?
Heard that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, season 1.
Yep.
Love the Converse. Respect your consistency, but you're not crossing open country in fucking Chuck.
How the fuck are we gonna get all of this?
I know, guy.
Don't tell me you told Jesse, please.
Captain Wyoming? No.
Seth?
Oh, I could see that too.
Seth or Tommy.
Everything else needs to fit inside a holster or your backpack. We meet by the old East Gate, 3 a.m.
Man, she's leading the charge.
Thank you.
You know, you could have just asked.
I just realized if Dina's still pregnant, that means Jesse and her hooked up while she was in the hospital.
Oh, you mean because the 3-month gap?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. You're right.
It is him.
Oh, it is Seth. Jeez. Really has a much bigger role here.
Homophobic redemption.
Saw the error of his ways.
Oh. I like that he has a bigger part in this.
It's better. Trade.
Give him some sandwiches for the road, too.
I mean, it's got the scope on it, so I always like the scope better.
How'd you get her out?
Janine's night watch at the stables. She's sympathetic to our cause.
Our cause?
You're the one that gave the us speech, not me. You got 10 minutes before patrol comes by. Let's get you going.
Wow. So they didn't talk with Marie and get her blessing.
And Tommy didn't leave first. Okay.
That's where I like where they take their own liberties, though.
Yeah, all
Fascinating.
right, adaptation. I see you. All right. I'm not mad at it.
Well, they have to let it be affected by the fact they let Jackson get attacked, so you have
Right.
to change the narrative.
Of course.
Of course. Yep.
Come on. The theme is forgiveness.
Yeah.
Now go get revenge before you get to forgiveness.
Yes.
I think it adds more stakes, the fact that they're doing this in secret and the whole town being opposed to what they're doing. I think it makes it a lot more consequential and less supportive.
Oh, we're going to actually get to see their journey and not...
The gravesite.
Oh,
It's
the
the
grave. Yeah,
gravesite.
yeah.
Oh.
Now it makes sense why they made it 10 miles away. Oh, coffee grounds? Because he loves coffee.
Yeah.
That's sweet. She's just doing an incredible job just acting without speaking.
Yeah. Just emoting.
The final conversation, he tells her that he traded someone for coffee beans.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It tastes like burnt shit. Great shot. Ooh.
They had to time this. They had to time this to get that shot, baby.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to make mention. That's a beauty. You know, in the journal, when you're reading about her thoughts, you hear a lot about on their way to Seattle. I wonder if we're going to get to see any of it. I guess this will answer.
We're actually going through the genuine geography.
Man, really going cross country. It's really lets it sit in a little bit more. The treks are going on.
First person you killed.
Jesus, really?
Yeah, fun stories of childhood.
Well, the first one's too fucked up, but I can tell you the second one.
David?
It was a little before Joel and I got to Jackson in Kansas City. He got jumped by this kid. And I came up behind him, raised my gun, and yeah.
You didn't kill him, though.
Let me know if you see any outcroppings or spots with cover.
Why? Looks okay.
Ooh.
Nice transition.
Yeah.
Oh, time to have your Brokeback Mountain. Let's go.
Oh, right, because we didn't get to have it at Eugene's as well, right?
Well, good night.
Night.
Make a move, Ellie.
There's a time to do it. Be now.
Okay, but I have a stupid question. It's about New Year's Eve.
There we go.
Oh.
You know, the kid.
The kiss.
Rating scale. Let's go.
Whatever, you were super high.
You were drunk.
Right, so it doesn't mean anything.
My question is, how would you rate it?
There it is.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I like that they moved that moment to
Yeah.
the journey.
I'm just curious. Want to know if I'm any good at it. 1 to 10.
Okay, fine, 6.
Oh, wow.
For the record, I don't believe you.
Well, you asked, and I told you. I'm sorry. You can go back to Jessie.
I already did.
Ooh, there it is. Like Aaron called. I mean, she did say give you guys 2 weeks as well.
Does he ever strike you as sad?
Jessie?
Yeah.
I think you all are.
But I think deep inside, that's just how he is. At least I hope that's why.
Why would you hope that?
Well, because if it's not that, then it's me.
Oh, come on, Ellie.
Ellie, come on.
Oh, she's thinking about it. You can see.
Tell the truth.
Ellie? It wasn't that high.
Like how that line was off screen.
Ah.
Now, it's interesting to flip it because they're building their romance and their kinship on the revenge journey instead of beforehand.
In theory, we'll come out near Highway 5, just north of the city.
That's the Seraphites cut.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
there we go.
no. Is that dad?
It could be.
He was running away.
What's that symbol?
I don't know. I've never seen it before.
Feel her love.
A lot of different calibers. I don't think this was Fedra. Dina. Dina!
Oh, is she going to find the daughter, too? She's going to find the daughter.
Oh, yep. That answers that. She is, in fact,
Pregos.
pregnant.
Oh, it's going to be all their bodies, isn't it?
It's going to be a goddamn massacre. Setting up the peril ahead.
Damn.
Oh,
You guys know what did that. It was the predator.
It's the kid.
Oh, the little girl.
Oh, no, there's the father and daughter.
Damn.
Terrible.
That sucks.
Interesting to not pose them as villains.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's a good point. It, like you said, it humanizes them too. Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's never happened before. If this was fucking them, if Abby and her crew did this to people, to kids.
Feeling it was Isaac and
Definitely.
Let's go.
They just
Yeah, further villainizing them.
Yeah, to paint the Seraphites immediately as victims of the WLF is a really different choice.
Is this the highway? Yeah, wow. We are so close. Is this where we end it? Guys, we're on Seattle day 1 right now.
It's quiet.
Yeah, too quiet.
Curtis or Viper?
Both in all 4 movies.
9 more miles.
9 more.
Yeah, this is where you end it.
Maybe it'll end on them getting attacked.
Oh, you could do that? Oh, wow. I really thought that was it.
Yeah.
Damn.
They did it.
Pretty.
Plus, no one's shooting at us. Because there aren't that many wolves.
There's about to be a whole lot less.
Curtis or Viper?
It's all her.
No, that was just me. I was trying to sound like a badass.
You don't need to try.
Yeah.
Aw.
They have a really good chemistry.
They really did. That was sweet. Oh, is that Abby?
No, I don't think that's it.
No, it's not.
Oh, Manny.
Yeah. Oh.
We're moving up to the fob. All clear between checkpoint 3 and 5.
Told me to watch 6 and 8.
Manny, you copy?
Just give me a fucking second.
Damn, look at that height.
Setting up his sniper skills.
Oh, is that a tank?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Sounds like it. Yeah.
They're doing a great job setting up exactly how big of a thing they are up against right now.
Hella militaristic. Oof.
I guess they thought they were up against a small faction. Oh, wow.
They're up against a goddamn army.
Wowzers.
The imposing, terrifying numbers that are not infected, just armed people. Woo! Good ending.
Grand.
Nice.
That was great.
Spring's here, baseball's in full swing, and if you're looking to make watching games even more exciting, check out Prizepicks, our go-to in the daily fantasy sports category. The reason this household is so into Prizepicks is because it's super easy to use. You just pick more or less on player stat projections, like strikeouts, home runs, or hits, baseball terms, for your chance to win up to 1,000 times your entry. And unlike a lot of other apps, you can mix players from baseball and other sports like basketball, hockey, and even esports. My wife is one who's especially into fantasy sports, so we've been playing Prizepicks for a while now, and we love how quick it is to set up a lineup. This week, we grabbed Shohei Ohtani for more than 1 home run and Julio Rodriguez for more than 1 stolen base. Let's see if my gut, and by my gut, I mean my wife's gut, is right. Another thing, too, they invented the flex play, which lets you still cash out even if one of your picks doesn't hit. And the payout's fast, safe, and secure. We've gotten ours in under 15 minutes. So what you can do is download the app today and use code REJECTS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, that's code REJECTS, $50 instantly after your first $5 lineup. Prizepicks. Run your game, people.
Alrighty. Well, guys, that was episode 3 of season 2. If you were able to watch that on YouTube, it's because the fine folks over at Praper, they did a great job editing down the highlights. As always, we appreciate their hard work and dedication. And also, if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, make sure you give us 5-star ratings. We would appreciate it. Greg, how are you feeling after watching that episode?
I'm feeling good. There's it's weird. It's weird. Like last season, it was a hyper comparative thing, and even though we're going like full spoilers and not holding back this time, I find in my mind I'm far less comparing and more accepting of what they are doing. That being said, it's an interesting difference that they have approached here, where after the death of Joel in the game, it's really cold. It's a very cold, hardened, and you're setting out on a mission right away. None of this deliberation and any of that is in there. And it's nowhere near as stark or as harsh as it is in the game. A lot of that is mainly underneath. Like Ellie is very much evidently in the game not okay, where in the show she's about presenting herself like she is okay and trying to sound rational and sound. And then there's these conversations between Gail and Tommy about her, how she's actually, she's a liar, and she's also lying to herself, perhaps. Like what is she saying that she actually believes, Because we know, an audience, and I imagine even if you don't know the games, you probably know she's got a lot of simmering rage underneath and she's out for revenge. We know that. And I appreciate the approach that they are taking. It's a lot more like pontificating and reflective, and it really does. For my personal taste, I like I do wish there was a bit of something that felt a little pulsating towards getting to the mission, if that makes sense, because it was just sort of like this is the much more realistic approach for this world and for an adaptation, far more real in terms of, they would need to recover for a few months. They would need to have a council meeting and they would need to debate about it. And even the approach to Seth and everything, a lot of that felt a lot more real, and that's part of the beauty of the show is how they go for, okay, but what would be the more realistic way, not the video game way or even the movie way? What will be, if we have the time in a show, what will be the more real human way this would go about it? So I do really like it. I think there was like I think it could have used a smidge percentage of like leaning in a bit more to the anger that Ellie is feeling underneath the surface that people are clearly calling her out on, just so we get a little bit of that revenge drive, because they're kind of hammering home the theme of, hey, maybe don't go on the revenge thing and you got to learn to forgive. And they're really going with like the melancholy sadness of that. And I kind of wish we had a bit of a, I'm talking like 10%, 10%, because what we got, I really enjoyed. But I think it could have used a little bit more slight oomph in terms of that revenge drive, because that's part of the appeal of this, is to do a story that's a revenge story and then peel back the layers as you go on the mission. But in terms of like remixing, in terms of what they're doing with Dina and Ellie, there's a lot that I really do love. And, letting you not having a Pedro flashback right away, smart, because you got to feel the absence. But yeah, that's I'm not going to say everything. There's so much more to go into, and we don't have as much time as before. But yeah,
Aaron, how do you feel?
I feel satisfied with where we're going, because I like, even though it's an interesting thing for me, because I am, as you was apparent during the reaction itself, am comparing it to the game because it's fresh in my head, but I'm not comparing it for the sake of criticism. It's more from a place of observation. And I honestly think some of the choices that they've made that different from the game are smarter choices narratively. And it's funny because when I played the game, I played it on New Game Plus, because obviously when you're playing the game, it's both a narrative and a experience that you're going through. But I think if you were sort of streamlining the gameplay aspect of things, and that kind of concentrates the narrative portion of it while still maintaining that, and having this change mediums, a lot of those changes feel necessary and feel more impactful because you can't utilize them in the same way. Like having there be a 3-month gap and seeing Ellie's freak out up top, and then that immediately being followed with her trying to mask all of that pain and all of that trauma. I feel like that stuff really worked for me because she's always been very close to the book. She doesn't listen to anybody. And I like the fact that we have somebody like Dina to bounce off of her, and the fact that Isabela Merced is such a bubbly personality, and I feel like honestly more so than Dina was in the game, I feel like it really creates this sense of there is this person that is angry underneath the surface, but she's also still Ellie. And I feel like for me, going from game 1 to game 2, even though I recognize it as Joel and Ellie, I felt like Ellie in game 2 felt like a different person than Ellie in game 1. But I feel like they found that nice balance between having her still be like plucky and have an attitude and sarcastic, whereas in the game she was just angry and like bitter the entire time. So I like that we have someone like Dina to bring that out of her. Now, the stuff with the council was really interesting to me because it does feel more grounded, and I like the fact that if we are still having Tommy go on the mission, it feels more rational for him to be coming after the fact rather than them going to be chasing him, because they are the younger ones. They are more brash, and he has a whole town to be taken care of. And I feel like with him being in that position, and if they do have him come later on, and obviously it seems like because they went in secret, they're going to find out if they left, which they're going to send people after her because essentially that is his niece. I think that's a smarter choice. Plus, Jesse is Dina's ex or whatever they are, so it makes sense that those two would come in the aftermath. But yeah, I think just judging the show off of its own merits, I think that it's building off this thing of the cost of what it means to be angry, and showing alternative paths within the context of what it is to be within a community, and her framing her rage as justice. Because I feel like even in the real world, so many people like frame their personal feelings as a moral argument. And I feel like if you're framing something as a moral argument, it takes away your own personal but your own personal reflections and true intentions of the matter, right? Or true hurt. So I feel like the fact that is what this is granted it's that in the game as well, but I feel like having her state that to a crowd of people was really cool. I'm excited. I'm really excited for the way that this is playing out. I like that they've shown the overwhelming odds. I think that's an interesting choice for them to show the Seraphites' humanity first rather than this ominous thing that Ellie just kills. Because I feel like Ellie comes across them first before Abby does. So they are just something that is on the way in front of her warpath. And I feel like maybe in some senses it kind of makes her, I guess, a little bit more human because she's killing left and right, back and forth all over the game, you know? So it doesn't matter if it's Seraphites, doesn't matter if it's wolves, doesn't matter if it's dogs, anything it takes to get to Abby. But showing them and then showing the complexities of that, I think that's only going to come back more to enhance the overall message of what this story is going to be. Because I feel like having Ellie kill people within cutscenes and having her affected by that is undercut by all the violence she's doing in the game. So having that removed from this version of the narrative only makes those things more impactful. And I'll leave it at that. Andrew, how'd you feel?
I needed this badly. Yeah. No, this was a great episode, I think, too, because of obviously all the things we were dealing with emotionally with Joel last episode and all the action. I think getting a slow burn episode like this was really good. And I think this episode was really good in terms of pacing as well. I never felt the slow burn in any which way, personally. And there are a couple things. One, I thought Dina, I like what they did with her because obviously they changed it up in what you guys were talking about with a 3-month gap, which I thought was very fascinating. And Dina holding in that information to not let Ellie know because she's got the tubes down and knows that she would rip it off, using logic over emotion. And because she really, like, obviously she's got a right to tell Ellie there as well because she's got a personal vendetta in this now because she's like a surrogate daughter, as we've mentioned multiple times here in the last couple of reactions to Joel. So she could have, again, used emotion over logic in that moment, and she didn't because she cares also so much for Ellie. But also it showed just the mental fortitude and how smart she is as well. Hey, why not just wait? We know where they're going. They're going to end up in Washington because it says WLF, Washington Liberation Front, which I learned from Eugene. I just thought, again, that just showed, how quick on her feet and how smart she is. So I like that they really included that. I thought that was really smart. So from Dina's perspective. So I'm glad that they included that. But again, it just showed, like you said, that bubbly side and how much she's caring towards Ellie and that lovable, charm that she has towards Ellie again. So I'm glad that they included that. I really thought they did a great job in the very opening. First of all, that opening shot of how ominous and just seeing the red flames and all that with the infected and the damage of the after battle of Jackson. That was an incredible opening, especially just how we're feeling too after as an audience with Joel and everything we've just experienced as well. Very smart opening shot. But seeing from Tommy's perspective, because I believe in the video game after Joel's death, we see Tommy and Ellie talking about planning to go to Seattle. And Tommy is just saying, like, again, it's a very endearing and sad scene in the game, but they're just mentioning how he's got to talk to Maria, she's never going to allow, etc. But seeing Tommy like really emotionally feeling the loss of his brother, his role model, even though Joel's done a lot of messed up stuff in the past, it's still his older brother, and getting to feel that with Tommy I thought was just really impactful. And I'm glad that they chose to go there, and I thought Gabriel Luna did just such a great job of just expressing that and allowing that. And I think Gabriel Luna and Bella Ramsey, I know Bella Ramsey gets a lot of crap, and again, subjective. If you don't like her, hey, that's fine. But I thought she did such a great job in this episode. And I'm not disagreeing with what you said, where they could have ramped it up just a little bit more on the rage side. But I thought she did such a great job in this episode of emoting, without speaking, just really showing that frustrated and sad side to her. with the loss of Joel. And that scene that really hit me was, again, where they recreated from the game where she's getting the gun and then, holding the jacket. Like, that really touched me. And, credit to Bella Ramsey. She did a hell of a job in that scene. I also, again, thought that was fascinating as well, seeing from the Seraphites' perspective where we get the opening shot from them. Because, again, I believe, just getting back to the video game, not comparing, just from what I remember, we do get the first thing we see of them is with Ellie, and then she gets attacked. I believe she gets shot with a bow and arrow. So we kind of see them more as savages. Yeah. And, then it's just more of, like you said, where they're just in Ellie's way and they're attacking. So I thought that was, again, an interesting angle to kind of humanize them, as Greg pointed out earlier, and to now see them as kind of victims, as, from the WLF. And we don't know if it was Abby and crew or it was Isaac and crew or the Army, because we do know from the game that Abby is, as Mel called her, the top scar killer. So it could have been, we don't know. But either way, like, it's still tragic. You still feel for the Seraphites in that moment. And granted, obviously later there are going to be 2 Seraphites we care about and we get emotionally invested in more than anyone. I thought that was a great job of, putting that in there right away, just to get us to start caring about the Seraphites early, and also just getting their perspective, learning more about them. Because, yeah, we learn about them a little bit in the game, but you have to learn more, from notes and stuff like that, but actually getting some exposition from them as well. I thought that was, again, a smart angle that Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann took, and I liked that a lot.
I also thought it was interesting as a father and a daughter.
Yeah, definitely. And, because we didn't really see children right? And
not too many.
I think Aaron's talking about the parallel between father and daughter, Abby and...
Okay.
Yeah, and Joel
but for sure. But I'm just mentioning in general, like in terms of Seraphites, I don't remember seeing children in the game. If I do, I don't even remember. Also, too, I really actually like what they did with Seth. Because in the game, again, he calls them, he does the homophobic slur, gives them the bigot sandwiches, and that's basically it to the extent of Seth. So I really like the angle that they pulled off with his character, and then again, just showing us, the theme of forgiveness. I thought that was really smartly played, just showing us that is going to be something that is foreshadowing later and looming. And I'm sure there's other things you would like. Is there other things you would like to say as well?
Yeah, I mean, with the Seth part, I think they did a really smart job illustrating how Ellie's making the choice that is probably not smart and not good, and that's part of the challenge, both game and show kind of drives home a POV a little bit more, though, because if you look at the council debate scene, whoever that one guy is, who's like, I'm not Christian, but we should forgive and mercy and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And Ellie's like rolling her eyes at him. And then the second Seth speaks up, Mr. Homophobe speaks up, just like, oh shit, I'm aligning with this guy, Mm-hmm. And I think that's the show's way of demonstrating, like, hey, the guy with like kind of the bad point of views in life is the one you're aligning with right now.
That's a good point.
And I think that was a smart representation of that, but also humanizing the guy as well. And yeah, I agree on the Seraphite front, because literally in the game, the only people, even when you position it with Yara and Lev, the characters, Seraphites characters you will follow, they really pose the Seraphites as some type of like post-apocalyptic horrible cult of a bunch of like religious fanatics. And it is the worst lifestyle, and it is abusive, and there's nothing good about it. It is pure oppression of who you really are, and we will murder you if you do not follow our guidelines. So they do position in that the entire game. Like there's pretty much no nuance outside of Yara and Lev feeling conflicted of like, but we got family here. So to do this where they seem so soft and like travelers and wanderers, not leaning at all into the ugliness that their religious lifestyle presents is a unique way to do it. Where, hey, we're gonna go so human, and then we're gonna show you how messed up these guys are instead. Because like even with the WLF, they introduced them at the top and like they're mourning and they're sad, the Fireflies of Abby and the crew, but it's immediately followed like, but we're gonna kill Joel. And this they're just looked at as victims of the WLF at this point. Whereas that is not at all like the experience you get in the game. So I appreciated that, and I feel like you wanted to say something to that.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's a great point you make. I feel, again, if I'm misinterpreting what I've played so many times in the game, I feel like that they kind of, what we saw in the game too with the cult, which again I agree with everything you just said. I feel like they kind of, because what's her name? The main woman who was in charge. Whatever her name is, the feel her love woman. I feel like she was pure and everything. That like her intentions were pure.
You're talking about the prophet?
The prophet. Thank you so much. I feel like she was pure and her intentions were pure, but I feel like once she passed away, whoever was in charge at that point, with whatever council or whoever, they kind of bastardized everything that she did. So I'm hoping, even though we kind of, even if they don't do it, I guess this is fine with what we saw from the human perspective here, and and getting that and humanizing them. I'm hoping we get an episode with the prophet, like, because they said that 10 years earlier I think that's what they said, whatever. I'm hoping we get an episode of that. That'd be great. Maybe not this season, even next season, because we're going to get another couple seasons. So if they do that, great. Also, too, one other thing. I think it was interesting in this episode that Tommy's reluctance as well now with the Battle of Jackson, not only because Jackson's vulnerable, but because he also has a son. Yeah. So that makes his decision a lot more difficult, even though I think we can all agree he's obviously probably going to come. But again, it just like there's a consequence to that as well. Like if what happens in the game happens here, and now he's going to deal with that, and then there's going to be a shattering of the relationship as well. It's like there's consequences to these actions, and I think that goes along to the theme of vengeance and revenge. So again, it's going to be.
It's going along to the theme. Sorry, it's going along to the theme to cycle too, because it's weird how. For the show, they're a little more expositional about their themes than I feel like the game actually is, where it's very apparent in the game. But I think they're a little bit more like upfront about it, even before the game. You kind of embark, actions happen, and then theme presents and you reflect. Whereas here, it's like before they go on the mission, he's going, I don't want Ellie to repeat this cycle of revenge and go down the Joel path. They're practically telling you what the whole prospect of this theme is. Yeah. But I mean, I like it. I don't mind it. How do you guys feel? I mean, on Bella, I think Bella Ramsey there's aspects where I feel like she soars, undoubtedly, like those scenes that you guys highlighted. And then there's other aspects where I'm not saying she's going to do bad. I am a little concerned though that it might not be fulfilling. I'm waiting to see how it plays out in terms of like the action side of it, where she is on the mission. And like when I played the game, to go from Joel to Ellie is a big ask. And Ellie ends up becoming my favorite very early on. I was like, I think I like Ellie way more than I like playing as Ellie. Then I play as Joel. That's weird. And then Ellie became my favorite character.
I do love playing as her.
And so honestly, living up to Ellie hype in my brain is a lot harder than Joel hype. And I think there's so much she does a great job at, or they do a great job at, and there is the other aspect though where I'm going, well, I care though to watch Bella Ramsey more than as much as I care to watch Pedro Pascal.
Right.
And while they're on the embarking of the revenge mission, I'm like, oh, thank God they've got Dina here. But there's going to be a time where they're not. And I'm like, well, the solo, I'm willing to give it a chance and go in with a completely open mind. That is the part where I'm a little apprehensive about, though, of will I be able to buy into this? Because the thing you were speaking to earlier, I think it helps that Ellie feels aged up and a different, Aaron was speaking to, aged up and feels different, where Bella Ramsey still feels like a kid to me here. Doesn't actually feel that aged up. I don't feel like I feel like it's been a year, not 5 years. Mm-hmm. And in some ways, Dina seems more of an adult than her.
Yeah, I think that the two actors are only 2 years apart. I think Isabela Merced is only 2 years older than her. Yeah. But yeah. I feel what you're saying, and I don't know. For me, per the change of hair, the performance, she feels older, but I can recognize that obviously in literal time, because the actor is 20 to 21 years old.
Right.
So obviously costuming makes someone feel younger. But I don't. Part of me, even though they still look very young, but part of me likes that though. I think like because it kind of brings home the contrast. Like, oh, this is like a small person going to try to take on an army.
Yeah.
And that's kind of crazy. You're going to go stab and murder and kill all these people, just you and your friend over here. Also like the fact that we are.
But I believe that Ellie in the game could pull this shit off.
I was just about
I'm
to say.
I'm not sure if I believe Bella Ramsey can pull it off.
I was just about to say.
We don't know
Yeah,
yet.
we don't know yet. We don't. That's 100% it. Yeah,
I was about to say to Greg's point, like in the game, it's believable that Ellie can do that. Is it believable here that Bella Ramsey as Ellie
Because Ellie
can do that?
Game
And I'm
Ellie's
willing to give
taller.
it. I'm willing to.
It's not only the height.
I'm willing to give that a chance.
No, I'm
I
just
mean,
kidding.
they're
I'm just joking.
obviously trying to set it up with her with that first scene with her with fighting that guy and with the tap
Yeah.
out and then punching bags and all. They're trying to set all that up. So again, I'm willing to have an open mind and give it a chance. One last thing I will say, and then I'll leave it to you guys to finish it off. I know we're way far away from that. It'll be in the final season of this part 2, but I got to tell you that final shot of seeing the army of the WLF, because we had that incredible action sequence of the Battle of Jackson, got me excited, and I didn't say anything. I wanted to wait till the review. It got me so ramped up and excited for when they have that final battle versus the Seraphites and the WLF.
Oh, that's
just seeing the
awesome.
scope of that and how many people. I'm like, because I saw what they did in that Battle of Jackson, I'm like, oh my God. I know we're way far away from that. It's a long time. It's going to be in the final season of this, but I can't wait.
Yeah, but episodes like this make me believe, like, they can stretch this to 3 seasons if they wanted to.
Yeah, 100%.
No, I don't think you needed to tell me. I don't think I need. But hearing that before, I believed it because the game.
And we talked about that
forever.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I was like, Santa Barbara can be its own season if they really wanted it
the
to
game
be.
is really long.
Yeah, we talked about that several times. Like, how many seasons are before they announced it? How many are they going to stretch it out to? Any final thoughts?
Yeah, a couple final thoughts, and I know we got to get out of here. I think that it was smart of them to replace Dina with Tommy at the cabin for the scene and that we got at the table because WLF, all the names of the people already, and I also thought it was smart of them to hold off on them kissing because that only adds to their arc over the course of this season, coupled with Ellie finding out that Dina's pregnant and then Dina finding out that Ellie's immune. I think all of those things come in tandem and are going to work really well together by the end of the show. But yeah,
Girl plays Dina's brilliant, man.
Yeah, I really like her a lot.
Brilliant.
That's fantastic casting. Anyways, guys, what did you think of episode 3 of season 2? Are you looking forward to the next few episodes? Of course you are. Let us know in the comments down below, and we'd love to hear everything you have to say. And we'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Don't get bit.
Whoa.
The Last of Us is here, and Michael B is covering it. Omni Media. This man is if you take the fact that John and I don't sleep, you put that together, you get Michael. Omni Media, never away.
It's negative
from his. I don't know genuinely how he does it. I'm on the verge of a mental breakdown at least once a week. I don't know how he handles it because seriously, he is constantly uploading, constantly covering like movies, shows, doing a lot of the editing himself, thumbnailing himself.
Wild.
Has a job, has a girlfriend, has pets.
Has a time to go to like conventions and stuff.
I don't know how he does it.
He's crazy.
This was supposed to be like making fun of him, but now it's made me
like
question my own existence.
How do you
and
do what you do, and can you teach it to us?
He's got to have like a prestige situation going on, or some type of time turner Hermione thing. It's one of the two. He's got a twin or a time turner,
or like a
It's gotta be one
robot
of the two.
Black Mirror. Like he's got a robot version of himself that he makes do stuff, and then pretty soon that robot's gonna get fed up, and it's gonna be like, nah, I'm not doing it no more. I have my own life. I want to be free. And then it gets killed prematurely in the first 2 episodes of the season.
That's what we're waiting for here.
And then everyone's mad. We didn't expect that to happen.
We tied it in. Go watch his Last of Us reactions. Peace.